Did you know that 1 in 5 people who suffer a stroke notice unusual symptoms up to a month before it happens? Have you noticed any of these signs recently? Today, we've got something super important to talk about: the early signs of a stroke. Strokes can be scary, but knowing what to look out for can help us big time. We're going to learn about these signs together so that you can be a healthy superhero for yourself and your loved ones. Let's dive in and discover how to spot these sneaky signs. Stumbling over your words more than usual. This isn't just a slip of the tongue. Don't miss what your brain might be signaling. Sign number 1, sudden confusion or trouble speaking. Imagine you're in the middle of a normal day, chatting with a friend or calling a family member, when suddenly the words just don't come out right. Your thoughts feel tangled, and even simple sentences seem like puzzles. This isn't just a moment of forgetfulness or a mix-up of words. It's one of the early warning signs of a stroke known as sudden confusion or trouble speaking. Strokes happen when blood flow to a part of the brain gets cut off. The brain needs that blood to work properly, so when it doesn't get enough, things start to go wrong, like not being able to speak or think clearly. It's like when your video game starts glitching because the internet is slow. Everything gets jumbled up. Now you might wonder, why is this happening? It could be because an area of the brain that controls language and speech isn't getting the blood it needs. Recognizing this sign isn't just smart, it could be life-saving. It means you or someone you care about needs to get help fast, like calling 911. Doctors say that the quicker someone gets help, the better their chances are of recovering. So if you or someone else suddenly finds it hard to speak or gets really confused out of the blue, it's like a big flashing warning light saying, hey, something's not right here. This isn't the time to wait and see if things get better on their own. It's time to act and get help. Now that we understand how crucial our words can be, what about our steps? Don't miss this next must-see revelation. Sign number 2, loss of balance or coordination. Have you ever stood up and felt the world tilt, as if you couldn't quite keep yourself upright? Or maybe you've reached for something and missed, as if your hand and your brain weren't communicating. These moments of losing your balance or coordination might seem like small blips, but they could be early warnings from your body that something significant, like a stroke, is on the horizon. Strokes disrupt the normal flow of blood in the brain, and when certain areas are affected, it can throw off our balance and coordination. Think of your brain as the control center for your body. When a stroke occurs, it's like some of the signals between the control center and different parts of your body get mixed up or don't get sent at all. This can make simple tasks, like walking straight or grabbing a glass of water, suddenly challenging. It's especially important to take notice if these changes in balance or coordination come on suddenly and without any obvious reason. Maybe you've been walking fine all day, and then out of nowhere, you can't walk in a straight line, or you find yourself tripping over your feet. These are the moments to heed as potential stroke signs. But why is recognizing this so vital? Because time is of the essence with strokes. The faster someone gets medical help, the better their chances of recovery. Identifying these signs early on can literally make the difference between life and death, or between full recovery and long-term disability. Speaking of clues, have you noticed any sudden changes in your vision? This is a sign you'll want to pay very close attention to. Sign number 3, trouble with vision in one or both eyes. Imagine one day you're reading your favorite book, scrolling through your phone, or admiring a beautiful view. And suddenly, your vision changes. It might become blurry, partially obscured, or you even might lose sight in one or both eyes momentarily. This isn't just a sign you need a new glasses prescription. It could be a much more serious signal from your brain. Vision is one of our most cherished senses, relying on a complex system of nerves, muscles, and brain functions working in perfect harmony. When a stroke interferes with this system, it can lead to a sudden and unexplained change in vision. This is because strokes can affect the parts of the brain responsible for our ability to see, disrupting the flow of information from our eyes to our brain. These changes in vision might be subtle, a slight blur or a temporary loss of sight, or more pronounced. Regardless of the severity, they shouldn't be ignored. Unlike other causes of vision loss that happen gradually, stroke-related changes often occur suddenly and without warning. Recognizing this can be critical, as it provides a valuable window for early intervention. But why does this matter? Early detection and treatment of a stroke can significantly reduce its damage, potentially saving lives and preventing long-term disabilities. By understanding that sudden changes in vision can be an early warning sign of a stroke, you're better equipped to take fast action. So, if your vision takes an unexpected turn, it's more than just an inconvenience. It's a sign to seek immediate medical attention. And while we're tuned into these visual cues, let's not forget other messages our body might be sending us. Speaking of messages, ever felt a sudden weakness in your arm or leg? It's more than just a bad day, it's a game changer. Sign number 4, numbness or weakness, especially on one side. Have you ever woken up or suddenly found that one side of your body doesn't feel quite right? Maybe your arm feels like it's made of lead, or your leg doesn't hold you up the way it should. This feeling of numbness or weakness, especially if it's just on one side, is not something to brush off or wait out. It's a red flag, waving high, signaling that your brain could be in the midst of a crisis, a stroke. Strokes occur when the blood supply to the part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. The brain controls everything our body does, including movement, sensation, and coordination. So when a stroke hits, it can directly impact how we move and feel, leading to a sudden numbness or weakness in our arms, legs, or even our face, typically on one side of the body. This isn't just a temporary glitch, it's a serious warning sign. The side of your body that's affected can give doctors an idea of which part of your brain is experiencing issues. Recognizing this sign and acting swiftly by calling emergency services can not only save a life, but also significantly reduce the long-term impact of the stroke. Time is of the essence, and every minute counts. The ability to identify this sudden change in your body's strength or sensation can be the key to getting the help needed before more severe symptoms develop. It's a clear message from your body that something's wrong, and it's crucial to listen and respond immediately. And just when you think you've got a handle on these signs, there's another curveball. This next warning sign you won't want to overlook. Sign number 5, severe headache without known cause. Out of nowhere, it hits you, a headache like no other. This isn't your typical tension headache from a long day or the result of you skipping your morning coffee. This is intense, severe, and seemingly without any cause. It grips you suddenly and might even be accompanied by other symptoms like dizziness, nausea, or sensitivity to light and sound. If you've ever experienced this kind of headache, you know it's not to be taken lightly. But did you know it could also be a critical warning sign of a stroke? When we talk about strokes, we often focus on physical symptoms like weakness or numbness, but sudden severe headaches can be just as significant. They're like loud alarm bells for your brain health, signaling that something might be very wrong. These headaches occur because a stroke can disrupt blood flow in the brain, leading to a rapid increase in pressure inside your skull. It's a pain that's hard to ignore and one that shouldn't be ignored. Understanding that a severe headache can be a stroke symptom is crucial because, like all other stroke signs, time is critical. The faster you recognize that this isn't just any headache and seek medical help, the better the chances of minimizing the stroke's impact. It's a situation where listening to your body and acting quickly can save your life or the life of someone you love. But it's not just unseen symptoms like headaches that we need to be wary of. Sometimes the signs are right in front of us. Is your smile looking different lately? Don't overlook this vital clue that we explore next. Sign number 6, facial drooping or numbness. Imagine looking in the mirror one morning and noticing something off about your reflection. Perhaps one side of your face doesn't seem to match the other, or your smile is uneven, drooping on one side. Or maybe you feel a numbness in your face that you can't explain. These signs, as clear as day, are not to be overlooked. Facial drooping or numbness can be a stark warning of a stroke in progress, signaling that your brain is sending out an SOS. When a stroke occurs, it can affect the part of your brain that controls the muscles in your face. This disruption can lead to weakness or paralysis on one side, causing that part of your face to droop. It's one of the most recognizable signs of a stroke, often captured in the FAST acronym used for stroke awareness: face, arms, speech, time to call emergency services. This sign is a visible, urgent signal that demands immediate attention, not just for the sake of diagnosis, but for prompt treatment, which can significantly impact recovery. But why does this matter? Facial drooping or numbness is a direct communication from your brain that something is wrong. Recognizing and responding to this sign can be life-saving. It's a moment where quick action can mean the difference between full recovery and long-term disability. By understanding the importance of this sign, you're equipped to act swiftly, ensuring that you or a loved one receives the necessary care as quickly as possible. So if you ever notice this alarming symptom in yourself or someone else, remember, it's a call to action. Time to seek medical help is of the essence. But facial signs are just one piece of the puzzle. Have you found yourself suddenly struggling with tasks that used to be second nature? This isn't a sign of simple forgetfulness or a bad day. Sign number 7, difficulty with simple tasks or confusion. One moment you're performing a task you've done 1,000 times, like brewing your morning coffee, tying your shoes, or even dialing a familiar phone number. Then, unexpectedly, you can't. The steps elude you, or your hands just don't cooperate. This isn't a mere lapse in memory or a fleeting moment of distraction. It's a bewildering and significant change in your ability to carry out simple tasks. And it might be your brain's way of signaling that something serious, like a stroke, is occurring. When a stroke strikes, it can affect various parts of the brain responsible for memory, understanding, and muscle control. This disruption might manifest as sudden confusion, difficulty speaking, or an unexpected inability to perform routine tasks. These symptoms can be perplexing, not just to the person experiencing them, but to those around them as well. It's a stark reminder of how strokes attack the essence of our daily independence and functionality. Understanding the gravity of these symptoms is crucial. They serve as clear indicators that the brain is in distress and requires immediate attention. Recognizing these signs and responding with urgency can make a monumental difference in the outcome of a stroke. The quicker the response, the better the chances of reducing long-term damage and facilitating a more successful recovery. Therefore, if you or someone close to you suddenly finds simple tasks confusing or unmanageable, it's not time for a wait and see. It's a signal to seek medical help right away. This sudden change isn't just a quirk or a random bad day. It's a potential lifeline, urging you to respond for the sake of health and well-being. Wow, we've learned a lot today, haven't we? Remember, investing time and money into your health is the best investment you'll ever make. Thank you for being someone who invests in their health. I've just unveiled a video revealing a major breakthrough in health and wellness for those of us over 40. If staying healthy as you age matters to you, this next video is crucial.